Hey guys, what is up? It is A-Ray here bringing you guys another Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 gameplay commentary. I apologize ahead of time if this game is not great by any means. I never claimed to be a great Call of Duty player. I haven't played this game since launch week, so I'm actually just impressed that I got this gameplay. But I normally don't talk about Call of Duty much anymore, but something happened this week that was just so scummy that Activision did that I just felt a need to talk about it because this is corporate greed at its finest. And I'm at a point now where I think Activision is purposely going out of their way to not give the people who buy their games what they want. So in case you've been living under a rock, a group of modders put together this mod called HM2. There was a mod called SM2 that got a cease and desist letter as well, but HM2 came out and was, or actually, I guess you could say it came out, like a bunch of really popular influencers got early access to it, but this was set to go live like 12 hours ago. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm making this video like the day of this mod was supposed to release. And instead of sending this group of modders a cease and desist letter, months ago, when they obviously knew about it, what they decided to do was put Modern Warfare Remastered on sale because you needed Modern Warfare Remastered to play this mod. So, it wasn't even like they were like Activision and Microsoft weren't making money off of this. Like, you had to purchase Modern Warfare Remastered in order to play this mod. So, and the people who made the mod were not seeing any of the profit. There was no microtransactions in it or anything, right? This was just a mod for Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, which is an 8-year-old game, by the way, that Activision and Microsoft apparently refused to fucking support. I don't know why, but they refused to do it, okay? So they made their money off it and put the game on sale for like $19.99, and a bunch of people bought it. I think they went from having like 13 concurrent players or 12 concurrent players consistently up to like 200, right? It was like 200 concurrent. All-time high was like 2,000 or some crazy shit like that. But it's just the idea, like, they decided that they were going to take the money from the Call of Duty community from buying Modern Warfare Remastered, and then after the sale ended on Steam, they sent a cease and desist letter to one of the people who are leading the charge on HM2, and now they basically have to permanently shut the whole thing down. And what irks me the most about this is not only did Activision profit off of this, and the people who made it didn't get a fucking thing, but this shows that they actively watch YouTube videos. It shows that they actively watch Call of Duty content. And maybe, like, obviously it's not going to be content, like, from me, most likely. But you look at people like Drifter and FaZe Jev and all the really big content creators in the space. I guess, we'll throw Swag in there and all these other people. It is obvious. Exclusive Ace. I know Activision watches his videos. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are so many people that they're partnered with who make videos on this shit, and they just actively choose to ignore them. Like, that's the most irritating part about it, is like, not only for years now have they just been actively, purposely not giving us what we want in a Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer remaster or a Black Ops 1 remaster. Like, we have been asking for remasters of all the old Call of Duties for such a long time that I'm worn out on covering the fucking topic at this point. And instead of remastering these games, what they do is give us a game that is nothing like those older games, but they'll name it Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, right? They'll use the fucking naming, but they won't give us a game that's anything remotely close to the shit that we grew up in, playing and the shit that we enjoyed. You know what I'm saying? And part of me understands why. Part of me understands, like, they have to protect their copyrights, right? They have to, they want people playing the most current Call of Duty game. That's where they want you spending your money, on their fucking bullshitty, overpriced microtransactions, okay? That's where they want you. And I understand that. But at the same time, okay, we know for a fact, Activision had a Modern Warfare 2 remastered multiplayer ready to go with the Modern Warfare 2 remastered campaign edition they put out for like $30, I don't know how many years ago now. And they decided to scrap it. They just said, you know what, we're not doing that. And so the community looked at that and said, okay, fine. If you're not going to give us what we want, we'll just fucking make it. And then when we do shit like that, when we do make it, they hit us with a cease and desist letter. Oh, we're going to sue you because you did something that we didn't want you to do. Whereas if Activision would just do what we want them to do, they wouldn't have to send cease and desist letters to any of these fucking people. In fact, they would probably make billions of dollars. And instead, they choose to not only ignore us, but now insult us as well. Because you can't even use the excuse anymore that people wouldn't buy it. They could sell the multiplayer separately on a fucking disc if they wanted, for the same price as what they sold the campaign for, and I promise you, people would buy it. They could buy it as an add-on on the Microsoft Store, or, you know, they could make it DLC and people would buy it. But what kills me also is like these fans of the game, obviously, are people that put this stuff together, and instead of having Activision embrace them, fucking Activision comes after them with cease and desist letters. Like, oh, you're not allowed to do this. You know, like, why are these people not being hired to make your multiplayer? Why are these people, like, how come the people that you consider quote-unquote Call of Duty partners are people that you never take any advice from? You know, it feels like every time I watch an exclusive Ace video, or I don't know who else, I'm Marksman, or any of these people who get invited to these Call of Duty events, Swag as well, even though I don't fucking like Swag, I can appreciate his input on the game, but like, it's just the idea. It amazes me how every year they invite these people out to play the game early, and then they give them feedback on that game, and half the shit that they bring up doesn't get changed. It's like, you know, somebody trying to tell you what's best for you. Meanwhile, you're the only person who knows what's best for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's the situation that we're in with Activision. It is literally an abusive relationship. It's like, this is what I need, this is what I require, and instead, you feel like telling me what it is that I want and what I require. You know what I'm saying? And it's just really scummy to me that they decided to take our money and then shut down the very thing we gave them money for. You know, it's the most scummiest fucking thing I think I've ever seen a company do. And, you know, I don't have words for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't. What is stopping them from just giving us what we want? It's not a bad thing. You know, most times when your customers ask for something, there's a reason for it. And for whatever reason, Activision just does not give a fuck about our opinions. No matter how long we bitch, moan, and complain, they just refuse to give us what we ask for. And then when we just take matters into our own hands and tell Activision to go fuck themselves, they decide, okay, well, it's cease and desist letter time. You know, I'm worn out on it at this point, man. And it sucks because I used to love Call of Duty. I buy Call of Duty now. I spend $70 on the game. I play it for a week and then I never touch it again. Call of Duty should not be like that. Call of Duty used to be fun. You know, and it's crazy to me. You know, they even released skill-based matchmaking numbers, right? And they're like, oh yeah, we did I think it was, who was it? Infinity Ward or somebody. Some company, I think it was Activision themselves, ran a test on skill-based matchmaking and found out that based on the results, like, they don't even know how to read their own results, which is fucking mind-blowing to me. But based on the results they shared with the community, they came to the conclusion that skill-based matchmaking actually makes the game worse. It decreases player retention. And even like, how long have we been asking for them to remove skill-based matchmaking? Since 2019? That's 4 years ago now, and still they seem to think it's adding to player retention. Bro, it does not add to player retention. I play maybe 1 or 2 games of Call of Duty and then I get off because it's fucking unbearable. So I don't know, man. I don't know what the future holds for Call of Duty, but, you know, X Defiant I think did pretty well, and that doesn't have any skill-based matchmaking in it, and for whatever reason, Activision just continues to try and tell us what's best for us, and it's becoming very annoying. And at this point, I feel insulted that they would take our money and then shut down the very thing that we bought their game for, that they got paid for. So, I don't know, man. Tell me what you guys think about this down below in the comment section below. A like helps me out. Subscribe if you guys want to see more. I'm A-Ray, and I'm out of this motherfucker. Peace, guys.